Hello and welcome to Pamela's Erotica Novel Undergraduate Summer School, and I am sat out in my back garden here where I've been doing some marking with a cup of chai, Tesco's finest. And really I'm contemplating what I believe it takes to become a successful erotica novelist. Now last week I set some homework. It was on the subject of metaphor, or as I like to call it, MetaPHWOAR. The bigger the complex, the better. Okay, so now it's time to give my students some feedback. So here we have something which is sent in from a girl called Hayley, and she has written for her excerpt, "Reading your books are like sifting through an ocean of excrement." I think what you've done there, Jessica, and it's an easy mistake to make, is you've mistaken a metaphor for a simile. Okay, now moving on, we do have some work from one of my students who's been very keen, called Rupert St. Reacher. So let's just read a little excerpt from his work. "With all his might, he pulled her to her feet and planted his eager lips onto hers. Her Picasso-like teeth clashed erotically against his as he slithered his young, zesty tongue into her mature, full-bodied mouth." Well, this is very good, this is very promising. But one thing that struck me, Rupert, is when you say her Picasso-like teeth, I wondered whether that might be rather excluding those readers who may not have heard of Picasso, for example. So what I thought might be useful is that rather than just saying her Picasso-like teeth, is that if you put in an explanation of the Spanish expatriate Pablo Picasso, most influential artist of the 20th century and co-creator of Cubism. And then maybe, if you felt so inclined, it might be good to actually include possibly a little illustration. I've actually done one of a Picasso painting there. But if you're not artistically inclined, you could actually just trace one of his drawings. And that way it's also making the book a little bit thicker, which is, of course, what we're after in the long run. He's also got, I'll just read another excerpt because I thought there was some fantastic use of metaphor here. "Kimberly erupted with the power of a riot control water cannon, drenching Cecil's hungry Yorkshire miner and already stained sheets, thus ensuring they would need a wash in the morning." Well, that's fantastic and historical as well. So I thought that was really good use of metaphor. And the way it finishes, I think, is really great. I must just read this. "He had slayed her like a celebrity lion. His only regret was that his father was no longer around to see it." And I think it's lovely to make a reference to family members if you can. Certainly I try to as much as possible. So there you have it. That's my feedback for week 1. I will be posting week 2, which we're going to be looking at characterization in just a couple of days, so look out for that one.